Welcome to my YouTube channel. Oh my God, it's been a minute. But I had something that was on my heart that I wanted to share that I know a lot of us can identify with, especially us who Christians who try to live right and do the right thing. But the price of obedience, it sometimes feels so unfair. It feels so it feels like getting the short end of the stick when you're being obedient. And with saying that, I don't think we realize sometimes how much obedience pulls you into two places. It either pulls you into one of doubting God or trusting God all the more. But I must say, in being obedient, I have found myself forgiving people I didn't want to forgive, going places I had no intentions on going, continuing relationships where I wanted to end them, extending grace where I felt like grace was already overextended, trusting for a miracle only to not get it, and yet it's still finding a reason that it had to go that way as well. And so for me personally, as I'm on my way home, I'm just thinking more and more about how come sometimes obedience hurts so bad, and you think, well, I might as well just be disobedient. You know what I'm saying? I might as well just do what the world is doing and not try to live this life of trying to please God and do what He say, because in the end, I get walked on, spit on, left behind, talked about, lied on, so on and so forth. So you find yourself in a position of questioning whether the life you live is worth what you put in, because sometimes it don't feel like you get out what you put in. And for me, I've had to go back and forth with myself, because I am a very gracious person, and sometimes my husband has even said that I'm very passive when it comes to a lot of stuff. But I feel like that's the way God wired me, because sometimes you have to be built a certain way to carry your own cross the way He wants you to carry it. And so I just wanted to encourage somebody who's feeling like obedience ain't even worth it, because with Christ, He was obedient unto death. Perfection, perfect. He did no wrong, even when He was faced with wrong. He still loved people. He still shared the gospel. He still did what He was called to do. And we know that what happened to Him was by no means fair at all. So a lot of times when I find myself feeling some type of way, I have to question, who am I in comparison to Christ? If He was perfect and had to go through hell, then who am I? And I know I've done my share of hell. And so I just want to encourage myself to keep holding on to your obedience. You know what I'm saying? Disobedience costs you a lot more. And disobedience causes you so much more pain in the long run. Because a lot of times we find ourselves in relationships we shouldn't be in, holding on to unforgiveness, things that we get passed down to our children because of generational curses, because we was disobedient. And a long time ago, I used to tell my kids, when you disobedient, it causes a whole nother level of problems and trust. But when you obedient and you fall short, there's a different level of grace. And so I want to encourage you and encourage myself to know that there is a different level of grace when we are obedient and we don't always get what we feel like we should get, or when people misuse and abuse and we don't feel like they get what they should get. You know, because, you know, a lot of times we feel like, God, deal with this person, handle this person. You said the vengeance are yours. You said that if I love you and I trust you, you will protect me, and you would, you know, the battle is yours and I don't have to fight my battles and all of this stuff. And then you feel like your heart got stepped on and the person just got like a little slap on the wrist. I identify. I wholeheartedly identify. But I just wanted to encourage somebody to hold on to your obedience. Trust God that this too shall pass, and the time will come where you will be able to say, I now see why I went through what I went through. It prepared me for this moment or that moment. So, you know, life has its own fair share of challenges, but there's even a greater level of challenges when you're disobedient. It comes with something outside of just you making your own bed hard, but also you having to deal with all the extra consequences that come with that as well. So, you know, I just wanted to get on here and share, because sometimes the best thing to do when you having your own moment is encourage yourself and encourage others at the same time. So no matter where you find yourself in life or what you have done, and that you feel like you don't deserve to be where you sit, and God hasn't forgot you, God has something great in store, and to trust him that all seeds sown shall be reaped, good or bad. So thank y'all again for coming to my YouTube channel. I hope this bless y'all. Share it with somebody else, because everybody, I think that's so much why suicide gets so high sometimes, because people always feel like, why me? Why am I having to deal with this? Especially when you find yourself trying to be a good person and do things the right way, and you have to be criticized and mistreated and so on and so forth. So depression is very real, and I think that depression definitely comes from those things. When you like, I'm trying to do the right thing. Now my car broke down. Now my man cheating. Now my wife didn't love me. Now my kids acting up, and I'm praying and I'm this and I'm that, and I'm just So be encouraged. Don't get tired of doing the right thing. Don't get tired of being obedient. And even when you do get tired of being obedient and feel like you're getting a short end of the stick, take it to God and ask him to renew you, to strengthen you, to refresh you. Even me, that's the place that I have to find myself in. Lord, refresh me, revive me, because I don't feel like I'm getting what I'm sowing. And so I love y'all, and I pray that this blesses somebody tremendously. And I hope y'all have a awesome Tuesday night. And again, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you hit the notification button so that you can get the videos when I post. And please comment if you can understand or identify or know somebody. Just comment so we can dialogue, just letting the world know that we are all going through our own thing at our own time. Have a great night. I love y'all. I'll be praying for y'all. Please pray for me. Good night, YouTube.